What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me for another edition of NE Fishing, and I'm bringing to you another fillet and release video. Today's featured star is the white perch, and this guy here, well, he's not as popular as other panfish like crappie and yellow perch, but tell you what, when it's slow pickings out there, it's early season and those more coveted species aren't in yet, white perch can fill in quite a gap, especially when you find them in beautiful quality like this jumbo right here. That is a 13-inch white perch right there. Beautiful fish, nice jumbo size, bigger than any crappie or yellow perch you might find this time of year. So we're going to do a quick fillet release video here, show you how I fillet some of these delicious white perch. Okay, to get started here, I like to use a 4-inch fillet knife. You don't have to use a 4-inch fillet knife if you don't want to. Use whatever knife you're comfortable with. I just happen to be very comfortable with a 4-inch fillet knife for most of my cuts because I feel like I have the most control of this. However, a 6-inch fillet knife will work just fine. 8-inch fillet knife will work just fine. Use what you're comfortable with. Alright? As with other fish species, bony fish species like this, I like to start off by making a cut behind the head at a 45-degree angle towards the back of the head to make sure we get all this meat all in here behind the head where they get that nice little hump from the fish. As you can see, these are very healthy fish. So I'm going to start off by making a diagonal cut right behind the collarbone all the way to the back of the head, like that. I'm going to turn the fish around, come around where we did right here at the top of the head, and just using about 1/4 inch in, ride the back of the dorsal fin all the way to the tail. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Flip the fish over, same thing. Come right behind the head, all the way to the top of the head, right here. Come up right on top of the head, and then just ride along that dorsal spine all the way to the end of the tail. Now that we've done those pre-cuts, we're going to bring the fish all the way right here to the edge of the table where it's easier to work with, and we're going to lift up a little bit with our thumb and start to cut in deeper along that dorsal spine, riding along the spines all the way to the backbone. And you'll see it open up nicely. Once we get to the backbone, we're going to push through, fillet, and release the fillet from the tail section. Now we're going to continue to ride along the back, get to the ribs. We're going to cut through those pin bones, and then we're going to, with a downward stroke, ride down the ribs. And then cut away at the belly to remove the fillet. Now we're going to repeat on the other side. Flip the fish over, same thing. We're going to lift up with our thumb and start making deeper cuts along the backbone, riding down, cut through, release the tail, cut through those pin bones, ride down the ribs, again, cut across that belly, save that belly meat, especially since we almost froze our fingers off trying to catch these guys, and release that fillet. As you can see, it is springtime and these guys are full of roe, and we're actually going to save that. Those are actually really good to eat, so we're actually going to save that, and then we're going to I don't believe in waste. The rest of this fish, I'm going to clean out the rest of its guts, remove the gills. The head and rack will be used for fish stock. The next step, I like to use a larger fillet knife for this process, and it's just the skinning portion of it. I'm going to start off at the tail section and hold it down with our fingertips and just start to work our way across. Once we get about halfway there, I'll actually grab the skin and push with your knife and pull the skin at the same time, and you'll release that beautiful fillet right off. Discard the skin, do the same thing on the other fillet. Start the tail, get about halfway, grab the skin, pull the skin, push the knife, and remove the fillet. Now, the last step you need to do here is, there is a little row of pin bones right here in the center. You can actually feel them. I'm going to cut on one side and then cut on the other. And do the V cut and remove those pin bones. And now you have a beautiful boneless fillet right there. Perfect, ready to salt, pepper, flour, and throw in the deep fryer. And the same thing on this fillet. Cut on one side and then cut on the other. Make that V cut. Done. Two beautiful little fillets right there. Now let's do that in real time with our jumbo fillet right here. Same thing, ready? Start off, cut behind the head towards the back of the head at a 45-degree angle. Come on top. Go in about a 1/4 inch and just right along the dorsal all the way to the tail. Flip it over. Another cut behind the head. Same thing. Ride that dorsal. The tail. Start to lift up with your thumb and make deeper cuts, riding along the spines. Push through, release the tail section, come back up, cut through the pin bones, and then ride down the ribs. I'm trying to be careful not to break the egg sac, because I do want to save that. Like I said, those egg sacs are delicious, that fish roe. There you go. And then just cut across the belly, saving all that belly meat. There we go. Beautiful fillet right there. Nice all white meat. Let's do the same thing on the other side. release the tail, get to the ribs, cut through the pin bones, and then ride down the ribs. Cut across the belly. Okay. Use our larger knife here. Start at the tail. Get about halfway. Grab the skin, pull the skin, push with the knife. Same thing on the other one. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful fillets right there. Last step. Remove those pin bones right here. Cut on one side. Cut on the other. Make that V cut. One more time. V cut, second fillet. Right there. There you go. Alright, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you put it to use. This technique works great on crappie, yellow perch, white bass, and other bony fish of similar shape and body structure. So hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Please hit that like button, share the video, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. All that helps my channel grow. And I have other fillet and release videos like this. I have freshwater, saltwater fishing, if you like all types of fishing. And stay tuned for more future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.